If you're viewing the right video, stay watching and don't forget to leave a like if you've ever wondered how much Tesla stock you need to retire and begin enjoying life. That is exactly what we will address today. Then hit the subscribe button on our channel. So let's start the video. Let's calculate the number of Teslas you will need to give up by 2030. If full-stop driving costs $8,000 in 2020 and $10,000 in 2021, the cost will probably be $28. As of 2022, it costs $12,000. Thus, it appears that Tesla is raising the price of the FSD by $2,000 annually. This is merely a reflection of their confidence that, should the FSD materialize as anticipated, it will be an enormous financial success. For them, it functions similarly to a bank. They will generate substantial revenue. Thus, by raising the annual charge by $2,000 until 2030, we would receive $28,000 as a one-time payment. Studies indicate that they may reach 64 by 2031, which is a known fact. Should that transpire, Tesla will serve as yet another source of wealth for the individual. We'll leave it at 62 by 2030 since it's just software, a large upsell that brings in a lot of money. The sales of the vehicles make up the whole revenue, and as of right now, each car I sell here brings in $50,000. Because of supply and demand, it's a little bit higher than that, but we want to be cautious and save $50,000, which is the average car sold by 2030. That will continue to be the situation. The car and the FSD make up the net income, or total net income, in this case. Although the actual percentage is closer to 30, the cars are listed at 25%. Pre-split profit shares will account for 25% of each vehicle sold, or a total of $1.5 billion. It's okay. This sum will alter in June, July, or October when they announce the stock split. The only information I have is that they will have 1.5 billion outstanding shares by 2030, which is highly improbable given that they have no incentive to dilute so many shares given their high level of profitability. In fact, they need to be paying out dividends or buying back stock. But Tesla has said that it isn't interested in doing either. 1.5 EPS is pre-split and comes after standing shares. P was kept as realistic as feasible at 40, and EPS will be adjusted when the stock split occurs. I predict that Tesla's price will be less than 40 by 2030, and perhaps 50 or higher, for a family of two. The average monthly cost in North America is more than $5,000 or $3,000 annually, which makes sense since you're sharing a home with a spouse or significant other. However, in this movie, let's be egotistical and assume that you wish to retire the shares on your own. That is a whole unrelated tale. The average monthly cost decreases to just over $3,000 or almost $40,000 annually. Let's use $3,200 as an example. Now that we have $3,200 a month and an average inflation rate of 3% through 2030, we can afford this, and the result is 40/20ths. However, supposing you're not interested in leading a minimal lifestyle, you wish to enjoy yourself. The S&P 500 yields 8 to 10% yearly, but since you want to withdraw $5,000 and the S&P yields only 7, you will be cautious and say 7%. You have to sell Tesla shares for about $850,000 by 2030 in order to reach your goal of $850,000. It's amazing that investing in the S&P 500 can make your money endure up to 50 years. According to one calculator, it will only last 48 of the remaining 46. We now have our monthly spending budget and the amount we need to live off of it, knowing that the mid to late 40s is a great time period to look at for $850,000 with an average return of 7%. Assuming you comprehend the image, you will see that food and auto sales were the only two industries. Insurance for Teslas, whatever else they do, like autonomous cabs or Tesla bots, it's just we need to know, given the available facts, how much the Tesla bot will make, how much robot taxis will make, and how much Tesla insurance is currently making its solar panels. Even though we don't have a lot of data yet, what you see here can be regarded as a minimum estimate of the number of Tesla shares you would need to own in order to retire in the worst-case scenario. The market capitalization of Tesla is incredibly high due to the outstanding shares. If that drops, the market cap reduces as well, which I expect it will, but the stock prices are still fairly solid. So by 2030, we need $850,000. If you want to live on $5,000 per month for the next 50 years, the shares you need to reach $800,000 by 2030 are only 98. 98 shares for the bear case to like that. The stock price of Tesla, if they sell 20 million vehicles by 2030, is about 450. It's possible, but I can't fathom that amount with 55 million automobiles. As for whether or not Tesla can achieve it, I'd like to know if Tesla can achieve it. After investing $98,000, which will become $850,000 in the next 8 years, you can use that money to turn the S&P 500 and potentially earn a 7% return. That's it. You've retired. It's crazy that you need 98 shares, but you do. You can avoid saving and investing money if you make a commitment to not spend it. In 8 years, money is not a concern for you. Let's look at the default scenario. Instead of 78.6, all you need is 79 shares. Although 78.6 is now unavailable, 79 shares will set you back about $79,000. If they sell 25 million cars over the next 8 years, that's more than 10x. And if they sell 30,066 shares, that's more than 66x. By 2030, investing 650,000 to 66,000 today might generate 850,000. Say you have already made a commitment. I'll give you a tip. Don't log in if the market drops 50 points once more. We don't know if that will happen in the next 2 or 3 years, but it will since the American stock market is resilient and always recovers. Just FSD and cars are covered. As I mentioned before, there is no Tesla insurance or RoboCap. For now, it's simply solar energy storage and Tesla because we don't have the hard facts to include them. Tesla's vehicle brought in FSD. And that's it. Because I'm a conservative and prefer to view the worst case, I'm going towards the bear case. I'll feel terrible, as if I should have chosen the bear situation instead of the best case scenario, if I rely too much on it. All you need are 100 shares. Retain it. Remember it. Remain calm. That is all. 8, 9, 10 years. 5 years from now, that $800,000 will be worth a lot more if you don't sell by 2030. Tesla is here to stay because it is not a one-decade phenomenon. By 2050, Tesla is one of the world's issue solvers. Tesla is too valuable to fail or allow anyone to let it fail. As such, it will be around for a very long time. Our analysis of the number of shares required to buy Tesla stocks and retire is now complete. Please like and subscribe to our channel, Music, if you're a fan of Tesla and would want to see more content. More about Tesla will be covered soon. We appreciate your time and hope to see you in the next videos.